Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, Jolting Joe, coming to you from my back porch on Tuesday, January the 17th, which just so happens today is the anniversary of the beginning of Prohibition. So, in the spirit of that, what are you smoking? What are you drinking? So, I've got me an LFD, a La Fleur Dominica, Le Hydro. It's a little girthy, as you can see. It's got a pretty good gauge to it. So for you non-cigar people, when it's girthy like this, that's the gauge. So that's the gauge. Anyway, be completely dirty there. Hmm. But yeah, that's a big daddy. And once again, we still got Goose Island Bourbon County. This one here is, let's see, this is Brand Biscotti Stout. Stout aged in bourbon barrels with cocoa nibs, toasted almonds, anise seed, and natural flavor. There you go. All right, so that's the blue label there. Let's pop this bad boy up. And this is from this past year, 2022. All right. And let's give her a taste here. How about that? Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. All right. Ooh. All right. Cheers, everybody. Mmm. 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 It is super chocolatey. It says notes of marzipan, cocoa, butter, toffee, and black licorice. Thankfully, I'm not getting the black licorice because I don't like black licorice. Definitely the cocoa. A lot of very super chocolate. I can kind of get the butter toffee too. And I'm not really sure what marzipan tastes like, but damn, that's fucking good. Holy shit, that's good. All right. Hmm. All right, let's dive into it, ladies and gentlemen. We had some NFL playoffs. Let me see here. Okay. So Saturday, I did catch most of the Niners Seahawks game. That game was actually close at halftime. The Niners really were not playing all that well. The Seahawks actually were able to go up at halftime. The Hawks were actually up 17-16 at halftime, and then it's kind of like somebody threw a switch on the Niners. They just came out and said, "Fuck this shit. We ain't taking this shit no more." And the Niners came out and just blew the fucking doors off the Seahawks. They end up winning the game 41-23. If you had the Niners and the points, Niners covered. If you had the over, Niners almost at the over by themselves. So that was a good one there. Niners are going to end up, and we'll talk about the Cowboys here in a second, but the Niners are going to end up facing the Cowboys for that. The other wild card game on Saturday. All right, so here's the thing about this game: the Chargers Jags. Chargers at the Jaguars. Uh, so I got off of work. I was working the golf course. I got off of work and I went over to my wife's friend's house and we kind of hung out. And then we kind of left their place about kickoff. And so, thinking, I ain't going to miss much. And then we go to a restaurant. Uh, and like 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It's already 10-0 Chargers. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. And then I'm not paying that much attention to the game. I swear to God, every time I looked down and looked up, Chargers had fucking scored. All right. Trevor Lawrence ended up throwing three first quarter picks, four in the half. At one point, at one point, Trevor Lawrence had as many completions to the Seahawks as he did to his own team. All right, that's how bad it was. And then it was a tale of two halves. Jags come back and end up winning the game 31-30. Here's the thing about the Chargers. Number one, they are snake bit. They had issues when before Staley, the coach before him, the black guy. Shit, I can't remember his name, but they were snake bit then. Right? He's like, that coach gets fired, they bring Staley in. Staley hasn't failed much better. And I think that the Chargers are probably the most underachieving team in the NFL. They got Justin Herbert. Herbert is a damn good quarterback. He's a tier one quarterback. They, he might be top 10. I mean, you can run him down, but if he's not, I mean, he's definitely not middle of the pack. All right, there's 32 teams in the NFL. He's not sitting at like number 16 or anything like that. They've got Austin Eckler. They've got Mike Williams, who was hurt because Staley was an idiot and played him in week 18 with nothing on the fucking line. Also, too, Staley's very analytic driven, which I get for baseball because baseball is so numbers driven in general. But with football, I think analytics is kind of a little bit overrated because basically it just comes down to like fucking fourth down percentages and shit like that. Yeah, and they started doing it on ESPN. I noticed with like the Monday night broadcast where they'll sit there and like it happened against actually the Cowboys and the Bucks. The Cowboys went for it. It was about a fourth and goal from the 3 or something like that. And Joe Buck was like, "Yeah, according to ESPN Statcast, they said that the Cowboys should go for it here on fourth down, up by 10." And it's just like, whatever. And Steadley will do that shit, and then it comes back to bite him in the fucking ass. Just fucking, you shouldn't be going for it on fucking, fourth and 5 when you're at your own 40 fucking yard line. You know what I mean? And so, but that was another just a collapse there. But Jags end up winning it. Like I said, I think the Chargers are just an underrated team. If I had the Chargers, I'd fucking fire Staley and I'd go fucking all in on Sean Payton. You don't think fucking Sean Payton could fix that fucking team? Jesus fucking Christ. You're Sean Payton with that fucking roster? Come on. Come on. So Jesus Christ. But the Jags end up winning. They come from behind. They win it 31 to come back and win it 31 to 30. On Sunday we had 3 games. Bills fucked me. They fucked me hard. No reach around, no lube, no nothing. They just bent me over, went right in, fucked me on the spread. Um, I I don't get the fucking NFL. Uh, fucking Dolphins playing for their fucking playoff lives, right? Week 18 against the Giants. I mean, excuse me, against the Jets in New York. Jets are not exactly good, and the Dolphins put up 9 points against the Jets. They go up to fucking Buffalo, and in this division around and put up 31 on the Bills. Bills ended up winning the game 34-31. But fucking Josh Allen threw what 2 picks, 3 picks, whatever it was. Bills didn't look good, man. And if they end up playing fucking Kansas City, I mean, hell, they're gonna have their hands full with the Bengals, I think. And if they end up playing Kansas City, Jesus fucking Christ. And the Bills are my Super Bowl pick too, man. They did not look fucking good. They just did not look fucking good at all. And that's kind of all there is to it. Uh, Giants and Vikings, I didn't get to see much of that game. I've been drinking, playing Bar Olympics down in Galveston again. But I should have moneylined the fucking Giants is what I should have fucking done. I didn't do it. We all knew the Vikings were frauds. We all knew it. They and then Kirk Cousins proved that he was Kirk Cousins. 4th and 8, season on the line. Fucking Cousins throws a fucking check down for 3 fucking yards. What a fucking Jesus Christ. That's all you need to know about Kirk Cousins right there. But yeah, that pretty much sums up Kirk Cousins right there in the fucking right there in a nutshell with that shit. Fourth and 8, throw a 3-yard check down. What the fuck? All right, I gotta kind of even this out a little bit. I used the match. Let's see if I can kind of even this up with the lighter here. All right, we'll see if I can get that going. Haha. Put my big stick in my mouth. Yeah. Okay, sorry, that was a little risky. All right, but anyway, the Giants ended up winning that game 31-24. Not surprised. I mean, the Vikings were fucking far. Like I said, I should just money line the fucking Giants. That's what I should have fucking done. Should have taken all my money, put on the Bills, if I could put on the Giants, money line them, and then call it a fucking day. Did not do that. I did not see any of the Bengals Ravens, to be completely honest with you. Bengals, I know, were struggling, to quote Joe Namath, in the first half, but they ended up winning at 24-17. But they didn't look good either. And then we'll get into the matchups of that here in a second. And then last night, I mean, well, the Buccaneers last night, I mean, they look like a 8-9 team. They really did. Tom Brady didn't look good. He couldn't get on the same page with Mike Evans. Cowboys played. That's the thing about the Cowboys. Like, I hate the Cowboys. You see what hat I'm wearing? I don't like them. Fuck them. But that's the thing about the Cowboys is you don't know which team's going to fucking show up. They're either going to play down to their competition, which is what happened against Washington in Week 18, or they're going to just blow the fucking doors off and play like fucking Super Bowl contenders. And this week, I mean, and like I said, Tampa's not good. All right. I mean, I know that the Cowboys hadn't won a road playoff game in 30 years. I know that they'd never beat Tom Brady, but the Bucks aren't good. It's not a good football team. Now the Cowboys are going to be facing a really good football team against San Francisco, so we'll see how that goes. But the Cowboys ended up winning last night on Monday Night Football 31-14. So here's your divisional round matchups. It's going to be the Jags at the Chiefs. I don't see the upset happening in that one. KC's 8.5-point favorites. They're in Arrowhead. Chiefs coming off the bye week. I'm sure the Chiefs are like plus 400 or like minus 400 or some shit. But I just don't see the Jags upsetting the Chiefs. I just don't see it. All right, I can see them upsetting the Chargers. I told you all last week. I was like, I won't be surprised if the Jags beat the Chargers. Just won't be surprised. Wasn't. I'll be surprised though if they beat the Chiefs. All right. Giants Eagles, good old NFC East matchup. All three NFC, well, Eagles of course got the bye, but all three NFC East teams that made the playoffs are actually in the divisional round. Fucking Cowboys, fucking it all up, man, fucking it all up. Well, they would have got their asses kicked by the Niners. They got their asses kicked by the Niners once, but that's who they would have played, obviously. But anyway, so Giants Eagles. Phillies there by 7.5. Eagles should win the game, but it's an NFC East matchup. You never know what's going to fucking happen in an NFC East matchup. I will not be surprised if the Giants upset the Eagles, but I think the Eagles win. All right, but Chiefs Jags are on Saturday at 3:30 NBC. That's Central Time. Giants Eagles on Fox for the night game at 7:15. So Bengals go to Buffalo. Now remember, they did meet in Week 17, but of course that was the Damar Hamlin game. That one got postponed. Neither team looked really great this weekend, but that game will be at 2 o'clock Central on CBS. That's a weird start time. And then Niners Cowboys at 5:30 Central on Fox in the divisional round. San Fran favored by 3.5. Niners should beat the Cowboys, but once again, it depends on what Cowboys show up. But the Cowboys are so fucking up and down, man, that I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I like the Niners. We'll just put it that way. So there you go. That's kind of what's going on in the old NFL. Don't think there's really too much going on. Chargers fired their OC. I would have fired the fucking head coach. But apparently they did fire their OC Lombardi after the playoff collapse. Like I said, I'd have fired fucking Staley, made a run after fucking Sean Payton. Browns hiring a new defensive coordinator. Brady's up in the air. Yeah, not much going on. Got basketball, got hockey. Kind of in the middle of that. That's pretty much all we got. Just got football shit. That's it. You know what? Man, yeah, let's keep this short and sweet today. I really don't have anything to kind of really talk much about. So yeah, fuck it. Let's do a short thing. But that's your NFL, quick and dirty, down and dirty, thing with that. All right, I'll see y'all next week. Maybe we'll have more to talk about. But yeah, I went back to school today, just a little tired, and my brain's not working properly. This is a really big fucking cigar. All right, take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.